Hi, this is Ash Costello.
This is Nikki Misery.
We're New Year's Day, and this is our track by track of our new album, Unbreakable. So, Come For Me was the first song written for Unbreakable. It's over a year old, and it was one of the songs that took the longest to write because of the chorus. We wanted the chorus to be perfect. This song went through maybe 4 or 5 different choruses until we finally settled on the one that you now know and love. And the song Meaning is my fight song. You know, I feel like, especially the New Year's Day demographic, you guys deal with so much, the same as we do. And I felt like we all just needed a fight song.
Absolutely.
We all needed a come fight me song. MissUnderstood was the first song I had written with co-producer Scott Stevens on our record. And he's responsible for bands like Hailstorm. He's done a lot of their bigger songs than Hailstorm and Shinedown. And In This Moment, he did Black Wedding, and he's an incredible pop melody writer. And I went into the studio that day, and I knew that I wanted to write a song called MissUnderstood. And I kind of told him the concept, and he helped me write MissUnderstood. And it took one day.
To me, it's such just a kick-ass like rock song.
It is a good rock song. Yeah. Skeletons was my first time writing with a new writer. So in the past, we'd always written with the same producer on our last 2 albums and EP. So this was our first time kind of branching out. The writer's name is Mike Green, and he's done Paramore, All Time Low, Sum 41. I think there's some Hawthorne Heights in there. A lot of bands that I grew up, listening to and playing with. And so Skeletons sounded massively different when it was first written. It was very, 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 very poppy. And we kind of let that song sit for about almost a year until we went back, revisited it, and I re-recorded it with Mitch Marlow, who rocked it up for me.
Very anthemic, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's our anthemic one. So, Unbreakable was written with our former guitar player, Jeremy Valentine, who is still a very good friend and writes with us and is going to continue writing with us. I really love his guitar style. It's very ugly and sludgy. So when we sat down to write this song, I said, give me the ugliest riff you got. I want it muddy, sludgy, disgusting. I want it to almost be unbearable to listen to. Sounds great, right? So he came up with the Unbreakable riff. So we had that riff for the longest time and didn't know where to go after that riff. Like, where does that go? So we thought with something so ugly, it needed to be have an uplifting chorus. So we used several pop songs to and Disney songs to kind of help guide our way to this uplifting, soaring chorus, but can still work going back into a very ugly guitar riff. That's the musical explanation. The lyrical explanation is that I'm strong and I can get through anything.
I feel kind of stupid because I just said anthemic, but even this song is more anthemic and...
It's good we have a lot of anthems on this.
Yeah, I'm about it.
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
Shut Up is my favorite.
Shut Up is so good.
It's so groovy and sexy, and it's like got so much swagger to it. And it made me nervous at first, that's for sure. But I wrote that one with Scott Stevens, and that day I played him a Kehlani song called Crazy. And I said, I really wish I could sing the metal version of this. And I don't know what that sounds like or what that means to you, but let's experiment. And one of the co-writers on the song is Chrissy Costanza from Against the Current. And she is an incredible songwriter, an incredible voice. And she was a humongous player in this song being a song, and I'm very thankful to her and Scott for trusting me with Shut Up.
Even just like it's so like, I don't want to say unlike New Year's Day, because at the same time like that song is very New Year's Day, but it was just such a
very different approach.
Yeah, that's the best way I could describe it.
It's the poppiest song on the record,
but it's so good.
I still think the chorus guitar riff is very heavy.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love this.
So Done With You was an accident. I was flown to New York about a year and a half ago to write with some songwriters in New York. And one of the songwriters I wrote with is actually like a major pop writer. He has so many #1 hits. He wrote the song How many times must I break till I shatter? I'll always turn the car around. Does anyone know that one? Oh my God, it's like been number one for 52 something weeks. It's like the craziest number one. Well, anyway, he wrote that. We got along, but he was not understanding the metal world. So he goes, there's 2 metal guys down the hall. Should I go knock on their door and see if maybe they have some free time? And I was like, yeah, I mean, let's give it a shot. So he sends me down the hall to these 2 other guys. And we wrote Done With You. So it was a happy accident. Just met them, but we clicked. And now they're really good friends. And they also write a lot of the music for WWE, which is through them how I got to do one of the WWE theme songs. Which my friends have recently sent me videos of it playing in Madison Square Garden, which is just super gnarly. Right? Crazy. That's gnarly. My voice got to play Madison Square Garden. Now just my body needs to be there so I can play it. Maybe someday. But I know Done With You is your favorite. You want to describe it?
Absolutely. Done With You from it's like this angelic kind of like choir in the beginning almost. And then once the vocals come in on the verse, it's just like this punch in the face. I remember when I first heard that song complete, I was like, oh my God, fuck yes.
Thanks. Poltergeist was a very weird situation for me. So this was a songwriter I was sent to, and most of the time they don't really give me a lot of backstory on the songwriter. So I pull up to this guy's house, and it's like a mansion, basically. I was like, okay, this is clearly a big name. And I walk into his studio, and there's platinum records of Mariah Carey, Celine Dion, Jessica Simpson, Mary J. Blige, who else? Oh, just huge names. And a handwritten note from Elton John that says, like, thanks for all the love. And I was like, what the fuck am I doing here? Why am I here? But he loved my voice, and he was really impressed and thought I had a huge rock voice. So he and another girl named Christina Conley wrote a song called Poltergeist. The lyrics weren't necessarily the direction I wanted to go, so I recorded that song that day and then took it to Mitch Marlow and Scott Stevens, my producers, and we recreated it, and I changed out the lyrics and we worked a few things out, and that's how it turned into the song. It took a couple months. Some songs are real quick, some songs take a year, some songs takes months, but I actually really love that one.
I remember first hearing that, like, they had this really cool, like, scream in the back, and, like, it just really made that song, like, more powerful.
Oh, thank you.
I would like to thank myself for that.
Thanks. Break My Body was the last song written for the record. It was the 11th hour song. I felt I needed one more song. And Scott said, well, I actually have a song that I was working on with Lizzie Hale. I was like, oh, well, I would love to hear it. And Lizzie reached out to me and said, I love your voice. I think it would, go for it. Have my blessing. So we reworked it and came out with Break My Body, and it's our more straightforward rock, and I love the direction for New Year's Day, and I'm really glad that we took a chance and did one more song for the record.
I remember first hearing that song, and I was very impressed about it. Just it's got that fun groove to it, and and the songs that it reminds me of too. I don't know, it's just a kick-ass rock song. It's fun. It's upbeat.
And it's not too serious. Not one of the too serious ones. I like that. Yeah, is that you? Are you listening to the song right now in your head?
Yeah.
So break my body.
Crash.
Right?
I don't know.
The song being sung by Kermit the Frog.
Yeah. You know what the verse actually kind of reminds me of? Shit, I can't remember that song.
It's the late nights and something.
It's the bass line reminds me of that Eminem Dr. Dre song, that doom doom boom doom.
That's pretty cool.
Doom 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 boom doom 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 doom.
Oh, that's a good song.
Doom doom doom.
I know what song you're talking about. Okay, we're done now. Wow.
That actually went on your pants.
Thanks. Okay, so Mitch Marlow, who is responsible for some of our favorite In This Moment songs, producing them. This is the first song that I wrote, just me and him. That's it. So I'm really proud of that. No other outside songwriters, just me and him. but it also took like 8 months to write because we were so indecisive. We had so many ideas. It was hard to like just decide to go with this. So the chorus changed a bunch of times, the structure changed a bunch of times, but the one thing that remained is we wanted to mix trap beats with rock. So we just sprinkle it in there just a little bit, nothing too much, because we know, you don't want to go too far out of our realm. So that's why I really like Sorry, I'm Not Sorry. And also that song started with, I said, I want the hook to be sorry, I'm not sorry. That's it.
It's got like this dark sexiness to it too. Like when you hear like that vocals, that sorry, I'm not sorry.
Thank you.
I gotta stop singing those songs.
So there was another producer named Aaron Edwards who I did a couple songs with. He didn't produce the album, but he did produce a couple of the songs. But he's one of my childhood friends. We've known each other in the music industry since we were 14, 15, around Orange County scene. He comes from the Orange County ska world, and he just gets me. He gets what I want my message to be. So he came to me with this song concept of beating my monsters, like overcoming all my inner demons, my inner monsters. So the tagline is, I'm stronger than my monster, which is, to me, like, if there was ever a tagline that kind of summed me up as a human being, that would be it. So we're starting to get into a part of the record where I love all the song concepts, but they're starting to become like super deep and meaningful to me, more so than all the other songs. They're starting to get into a really like dark personal place.
What's really cool too is like you'll notice with a lot of these songs, like you're experimenting with like the vocal melodies, and even something like this sounds like has like an R&B-ish kind of like melody to it, and it's really cool to see that.
Yeah, the verses.
Yeah. Nocturnal is one of my favorite songs on the album. It's pretty much it sounds like a Halloween party song.
It's a nod to the older New Year's Day songs. We didn't want to completely forget our roots. Yeah. So everyone now was like, New Year's Day has changed so much. Like, yes, but we're not forgetting, and we still wanted to have the Halloween dance party music where we originated.
Yeah.
So we give you Nocturnal. This is my favorite song on the record. I know I already said that about Shut Up, but I Survived is my favorite concept and lyrics of the record. I think that it's just so perfectly wraps up all of Unbreakable in a nice little bow. I survived, and it made me so much stronger. That's it. That's fucking it. That sums it up. And I just really like the simplicity of the song, and I feel like it has a really like almost arena rock size chorus to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just a good rock song.